For me, that's a bit of a three-stage thing. First, there's the impetus to write, which is, for me, is physical. I feel a bit unsettled. I'm talking about the poetry now. I feel restless. My mind is busy. I can't focus. I don't sleep very long or well. And I know that something is happening, but I don't quite yet know what it is. There's sort of images and languages there, but it's just out of sight. Second comes the recognition of the thing that has to be written. That's the real content, I suppose, of the poem. It's a bit of an aha moment when things come into focus. It's often in the middle of the night. I will reach for my bedside notebook and get down words, phrases, the thingness of whatever it is the poem will be, and I highly recommend a bedside notebook for anybody who writes anything, really. And then third comes the writing of it, which is in daylight and for as long as it takes. So back to that poem, Sea Level, that I just read. It was written over a period of about 3 days, during most of which time I was travelling and thinking and writing about other things in other places, and this was on the back burner. But the phrases, cloud that's rising like the sea and true geography, had come days earlier. And those two phrases wouldn't let go. And back to Seamus Heaney again, if I have the right phrase in my head, nothing will stop me. If I don't have the right phrase, nothing will start me. And some days later it came to me that part of the reason I was drawn to these Himalayan clouds was that they reminded me of the ocean that I live beside in Australia. I'm on the south coast of the west, on the edge of the Great Southern Ocean. Antarctica is the next landfall from where I am. And that although here I couldn't be further away from the sea in physical terms, it was in some very real sense to me right here with me, and there the poem was ready for writing. So there's often a three-way conversation going on in my head between the travel journalist, the travel writer, and the poet. And when I'm back in Australia rereading the Midnight Notebook and trying to make sense of my time in these mountains, I'll still be very aware, I think, with Heaney, that my desk at home is where the poems end, not where they begin, and whatever I end up writing, and whenever I write it, it will have come out of being here, now, in this Himalayan writing place. Thank you.
Virginia, thank you so much for bringing us back to writing. It's wonderful. You did a wonderful job of distilling that writing process and the tug of war that goes between one genre and the other. So thank you.